Yeah.
Hey guys, Happy Conscious Gal here. Oh my god, it's been so long since my last vlog. I'm really sorry. I actually did film one about 2 weeks ago, maybe even 3 weeks ago, and I couldn't upload it because I've been having real problems with my computer memory on my computer. I haven't been able to store videos on it, so it's been a bit of a disaster. I finally found a new backup drive, so I'm up and running again. But you know, it's also kind of interesting because I'm realizing that I think it's a really healthy sign that I'm vlogging less and that I'm watching less vlogs and I'm thinking and talking about HCG less and less and less, because you know, when you first start HCG in your early rounds, you're thinking about it all the time. You're always thinking about food, you know, you're always talking about it, you're always watching vlogs, checking Facebook, checking MyFitnessPal, counting calories, doing everything. And I think that's really important at the early stage that you do that, because it shows that you're really immersed, you're really committed, you're really investigating, you're tracking things, you're looking into stuff. And then I think that there's a point where that can become a real habit and a real dependency. And as you start to get towards your final round, P3 or into P4, I mean, we're supposed to be transitioning into normal life, you know, and in normal life, people don't count calories. People in normal life who don't have weight problems, they don't think about food, they don't talk about food, they don't talk about their weight, they don't weigh themselves every day, they don't get on the computer and vlog about their weight. So I think it's a really healthy sign, and I've seen it in other people who, as they've gone further in the process, have started vlogging less. You know, and those of us who are still doing it can get annoyed because we wish that we could still watch them, but I actually think it's a really important step for people to start weaning themselves off the whole HCG thing and just getting on with a normal life. So I've kind of noticed that in myself, that as time is passing, I'm thinking about food less, I'm worrying about it less, I just think of myself as a normal person, which is what I always wanted to happen. I don't think about vlogs, I'm not thinking about watching vlogs, I'm not thinking about checking my Facebook and my MyFitnessPal like I used to do all the time. But at the same time, I still want to be a support and an inspiration to people who aren't at that point yet. So I've promised myself that I'm going to do a vlog at least once a month, maybe twice a month. It will depend on what's going on in that month, just to show you guys what happens as you go further down the journey, and also to really prove that you can keep the weight off, and to hold myself accountable for keeping the weight off. You know, 6 months from now, if I do a vlog, I'll be able to say, you know, put the weight off, and that will help me reinforce that promise to myself. So I think it serves me and it serves you guys. But I am just noticing within myself the urge to do it every day or every week is no longer there. And I think that's really healthy. So I think I want to give you a bit of an update on what happened at the end of my P3, and then I'll tell you guys about P4. P3 was pretty good for me this round. I actually kept my weight stable much easier than previously, but I was much stricter. I mean, you guys know that the first time I did the P3 in this round, I messed it up by accidentally having carbs, because I didn't realize that raw milk had carbs, so much carbs and sugar in it, and I messed it up. So this time, going back and redoing this P3 on this round, after having gone back on P2 and done another 21 days and then going back on the P3, this time I obviously didn't have the milk. I also was very strict. I had no nuts, I had no cheese, I had no tempeh, I had no quinoa, I had no anything that has caused me problems in the past. And I was just really strict. I just ate, you know, lots of protein, fish, egg whites, protein powder. I ate, I didn't even have chia seeds or anything like that. I had a little bit of hemp seeds, which are high protein, have some fat in them. I ate vegetables, I didn't really eat fruit, so I was pretty strict. I ate a lot of yogurt, really low carb yogurt by a brand called Chobani. I put a bit of protein powder in it, a bit of desiccated coconut in it, a bit of hemp seeds in it, some stevia, mix it all up together, that's my breakfast. So, you know, it was a fairly strict P3, and I'm really glad I did it that way because it meant I stabilized. So my weight pretty much through the whole of P3 was between 60 kilos and 61 kilos, which I'm very happy with. My LIW was 58.9, so let's round it off to 59 kilos. My LIW is 59 kilos, which is about 130 pounds. I would have liked to stabilize between 59 and 60, which would have been within 2 pounds of my LIW and would have kept me in the 50s in kilograms. But I've pretty much ended up stabilizing at 60. Around 60, 60.5, 60.6, 60.3, you know, something between 60 and 61, and I'm happy with that. I mean, really, it's just a number on the scales. Who cares if I'm 59 or I'm 60? It's a matter of a pound or two difference. I look the same, I feel the same. So it was just kind of a psychological thing. And once I accepted that I've stabilized just above 60 kilos instead of just under it, I was happy I let it go, and it was very easy to stay there. So I managed to stay there. I think I did 2 correction days. I talked about the first one in my previous vlog. I did a strict protein day. I ate no fat, no carbs, just pure protein all day. And then I did another correction day a couple of weeks later, right at the end of my P3, and I did that as a Greek yogurt day. I had 2% Chobani yogurt with some cream in it. And that was fine as well. The protein day dropped my weight down more, but at the time I did this, I was sick of fish, I was sick of eggs when I did the second one, so I couldn't do a protein day. I needed to do the Greek yogurt day, and it still worked. It dropped my weight back a bit, and enough. So I was back in that same zone between 60 and 61, and I've pretty much stayed there since. So I'm really happy with my phase 3. It's the best phase 3 I've had, and I think the key was to just do it super, super strict, and I really wanted to do it that way because I don't want to do this again unless I choose to go lower, but I don't want to do it again as a correction. I don't want to like stack all the weight back on and have to do another round. If I do another round, it'll be because I want to get the last 5 pounds off. So because I don't want to do another round as a correction round, it was really important that I stabilize, and so I did it super strict, and I'm happy with the result. So anyway, that's what happened in my P3. That's the sort of catching you up on what happened in my P3. I'm now 3 weeks into phase 4, so I want to tell you all about phase 4 and what that's been like and what's happened. But first, I just want to show you that I am still the same size I was at the end of my round. I haven't really gained anything. I'm just wearing kind of housey clothes, like track pants, kind of hippie track pants that you wear around here around the house. So it's not really a great outfit to show you, but I may as well. So, you know, I'm the same size I was at the end of the round. Haven't really gained anything. Very sleek. When I don't have clothes on, you can see that I'm a bit flabby. If I was to wear a bikini, you'd see that I don't look like a supermodel, but in clothes I look very slim. So I'm really happy with that. I mean, I don't need to look like a model, you know. The fact remains that with my body, I suffer from chronic pain, kind of fibromyalgia, so I'm always dealing with some stuff with my body. When I exercise, I get very sore afterwards. So I've sort of accepted that at this stage, the sort of exercise I can do is gentle things like, you know, swimming, walking, Feldenkrais, free flowing, gentle dancing, and that's what I do. And it's very hard to have a sort of tight, toned body with stuff like that. So I've accepted that. I'm getting better and better month to month. I mean, years ago I was in so much pain I couldn't walk. I'm like 95% better now. So by the time I get to 100% better, I'll be able to play tennis and run and do stuff that uses my muscles more, and I'll get more toned. You know, I just accept that. That's where I'm at. There's no point fighting against that reality. I'm doing everything I can to get completely better, and until then, this is the exercise I can do, and the consequence of that is my body's a bit flabby. But you know what? I'd rather have a slim, flabby body that looks fantastic in clothing and can wear anything and feel sexy. I look fine in a bikini, I just don't look like a supermodel. Than, you know, be really, really overweight or in chronic pain, you know. So I'm incredibly happy with where I'm at. So, you know, but I'm just telling you that so you don't like look at me and go, wow, she looks so much better in HCG. She looks like a supermodel. She's all toned. And I mean, you know, there is a role for exercise. You know, the people who have the really toned bodies are the ones who exercise and who can. And not all of us can. Some of us have physical limitations we're working with. So, you know, I'm happy with where I'm at. So that's what I'm looking like. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video here. I'm going to do a second part just about P4 because otherwise this one will get too long. Alright guys, I'll see you in a minute. Bye!